Blessings to you. Welcome to Artist Impact. I'm your host, Jere B. This show is all about great music of every genre. We highlight singers, bands, musicians, poets, and rappers from our local region and from all over the world. Most you've never heard of before, but we bring them right to your door to encourage them and to impact their career. Now, on our show today, we're featuring two incredible artists. First of all, from Augusta, Georgia, with that Southern soul, bluesy duo, doing it right, Roque and Pam, Bowman Hill. Roque, welcome to the show, brother.
Greetings, my brother. How you doing, Jerry?
Doing absolutely fantastic. And from right down the street from me in Cleveland, Ohio, a very prolific rapper and recording artist, JustMic. Brother, welcome to the show. How are you?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me. I'm good. Appreciate you.
Man, I'm so grateful you are on the show. But let me tell you, making the greatest impact on these artists are three top entertainment professionals whom I love to call my panel of love. Now, what they're going to do is they're going to review and critique the videos that these artists have sent in to see if in some way, somehow, they can impact their career. Maybe, maybe not, but that's why they are here. First of all, let's introduce him. This is my brother for real. Robbie's been on the show several times. Singer, songwriter, music producer, recording artist, and on, working with the likes of Miss Patti LaBelle and other notables from Richmond, Virginia. My brother, Robbie Cunningham. What's happening, bro?
How you doing, Jerry? Glad to be here, man. One more time.
I'm glad. And don't forget to sit by your phone because I'm going to be calling you the next time, too. Cool? This is a dear sister who I'm grateful for. This is a dear sister who I'm just meeting, and she is a brand therapist, okay? And we're going to find out what that's about, but she's worked with Jessie J, Willow Smith, Chase Atlantic, and just about everybody else. She's from Houston, Texas. Her name is Sly Roque. Sly, welcome to the show, dear heart.
Thank you for having me, Jerry.
I'm so grateful you are here. And listen, multi-platinum producer, we mean that sincerely, and stone cold businessman. He's worked with practically everyone in the industry, from Snoop to George Clinton and on and on. Thank you for coming to the show for the first time, Mr. Keith Clizark. How you doing, bro?
All is well, fam. Peace, man. Thanks for the great introduction. Now, if I can just get my technology and skills to match those accolades, I'll be great.
You're going to be right on point. Let's go deeper. You know, Robbie, what do you think is the most important thing that you tell every young musician who's coming into the field? You're so experienced. What is the first lesson that you tell them always?
Probably the first lesson, you can't go wrong being your authentic self. You can't sing a bad song being your best self.
That's why I keep calling you, bro. That's what's happening. Thank you so much for coming on. And I got to ask you, Sly, we said we were going to come back to this question. What is a brand therapist?
So a brand therapist actually is one of our niches at the Clever Group, the branding agency that I own. It's something that really helps artists really understand their branding. So brand therapists we do one-on-one sessions, and we really help artists understand who they are, where they came from, and where they would like to go. And so we take that time to sit with you and figure out that business plan, those plans that you are trying to reach with your goals and things like that. So we're helping you understand so that you're able to carry it on to the rest of your team and help them understand you even more on your mission.
That's beautiful. Thank you for explaining that so beautifully. And I appreciate you coming on to the show. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And my friend Keith, listen, man, awesome production from the decades, right? Stone cold businessman, entrepreneur, so many businesses on point. How do you balance everything that's in front of you?
Well, I turn it into a lifestyle, right? So it's just automatic, So there's really no effort into it once you find a balance for everything and make it move with your life, And that's it.
Wow. Well, so very, very grateful that you're on the show. We've had you on the Entree Musician. We're going to do this again and again. Okay, fam?
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. Well, let's bring on our first artist. We met him at the beginning of the show. This is Roque Hill. Roque, man, you got to tell us a little bit more about what you've been doing down there in Augusta with all that music, and a little bit about the song that you sent in to us.
Well, like you said, Southern Soul, it's grown folks music. It's not it's not rap. It's just that you remember Tyrone Davis and Johnny Taylor, Joe Simon, that era, that it's kind of that style of music is coming back around now.
Absolutely.
I met my wife 10 years ago at a place called the Winterfest in South Carolina. And we got married. So we've been married 10 years. She was an awesome singer. She sang gospel, and I was doing my thing with my band, Roque in the Way. But we wrote this song together called Get On Out the Door. And, they was telling us we needed to put one together, Southern Soul,
yeah,
something that's in our age, for our age brackets, Everybody got their own, little age bracket music they listen to. And we just trying to get in and fit in where we are at, for ourselves.
Absolutely. We love to play the song for our audience. Do we have your permission to do that?
Man, go ahead and put it on them, man.
Word up. Peace and blessings to you.
Snap it and pack your clothes. I ain't mad at you, I'll take the load. Yeah. We had some good times, we had some bumpy roads. We did everything a couple could to keep it in the road. Now the tide has come to change the way our river flows. And if you don't wanna stay here, get on out the door. If you don't wanna stay here no more, if you don't wanna stay here no more, get on out the door. Just get on out the door. If you don't wanna stay here no more, if you don't wanna stay here no more, tried my best to give you the benefit of the doubt, but I'm sick and tired of all your mess. All this fussing and fighting is causing me too much stress. If you don't wanna stay here no more, if you don't wanna stay here no more, baby, get on out the door. Just get on out the door. If you don't wanna stay here no more, if you don't wanna stay here no more, baby, we'll never ever part. But all these changes that you're putting me through, what in the world? What in the world am I supposed to do? Hey. If you don't wanna stay here no more, if you don't wanna stay here no more, baby, get on out the door. Just get on out the door. If you don't wanna stay here no more, if you don't wanna stay here no more, ooh, baby, get on out the door. You know what, baby? What? You know, I did everything I could to try to make you happy. You did what? But it just seems like nothing I ever did was ever enough. What you mean? So you know what? What? If you don't want to stay here no more, you can just get on out the door. See, I ain't trying to leave. That's right. I pay bills here just like you do. You can't take that. You bought that for my birthday.
I
You
paid
mean
for
tell me I
that
can't
with
take
my
that
money.
right now? I can't take that right now.
Ooh, baby, see you later. If you don't wanna stay here no more,
If you don't wanna stay here no more,
baby, get on out the door.
just get on out the door.
If you don't wanna stay here no more,
If you don't wanna stay here no more,
baby, no, get on out the door.
just get on out the door.
If you don't wanna stay here no more,
If you don't wanna stay here no more,
baby, get on out the door.
just get on out the door.
If you don't wanna stay here no more,
If you don't wanna stay here no more,
baby, no, get on out the door.
just get on out the door.
If you don't wanna stay here no more,
If you don't wanna stay here no more,
baby, get on out the door.
just get on out the door.
If you don't wanna stay here no more,
If you don't wanna stay here.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Get on out the dough. Wilkie and Pam. Robbie, what you got to say about this, man?
Sounds good. Sounds good. I love that old time R&B soul stuff. Yeah, you got it.
Absolutely. Sly.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it was a really great song. And then even as you mentioned before, I can tell that you understand your audience and you know what you're doing when it comes to musically. So it sounds amazing. It sounds great. And I think you're in the right vein.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Keith Clizark, sir.
And just to bounce off of that, it's like, how could such a feel-good song have this theme to it, you know? So, no, I really dig it. I dig it. In the video, man, I watched it a couple of times, actually before coming on, for sure.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you.
Very cool. Let's go deeper. Robbie, get your shovel out, bro.
Okay, so my first question when I listened to the song, I wanted to make sure that you and your wife were okay, because you know, just the theme of the song was like, I mean, y'all still together and everything, right? That was my first question, but I see both of y'all are still kicking and still hanging in there. But like I said, I love the song. I mean, everything sounds great. It reminded me of that era, so you know, I just felt like, hey, this is, you know, it just took me back, the sound, but I just wanted to make sure you and your wife were all right. That's all.
Oh, it's we're all right. You know, we got a lot of other songs that we have written together. You know, but we just been working on this one, and we got one song we worked on called "Sanctified Unity." It's like a caravan of love, or I'll take you there. You know,
Okay.
something positive. You know.
Okay, so you bring it back around full circle. Okay, that sounds good. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Sly, what do you have to say to Wilkie?
No, it's just like Keith was saying. I think that there's room for that style of music because we are in an age where you can more easily find your target audience or your audience per se, because we are so connected nowadays through internet and social media and things like that. So there is room for music like yours, even though a lot of people will say, you know, young people take up streaming and everything else, but there is room for your style of music. And I think that you understand that. And I think you should keep going in the way that you're going and understanding that audience even more and digging deep to touch those people specifically so that they're able to share it around to everybody else as well.
Yes.
But I think it could be for all age groups. We just got to get it out there. But your first audience is going to be that soul audience first.
Yeah, see, we do shows like with Calvin Richardson and Lenny Williams and Tucker, Sir Charles, King George, and Nelly Tyker Travis. Those are the shows that we be on most of the time, and that's in our age range, you know.
Yeah, in the South, that's music for everybody. So
I don't know if you ever heard of King George before. You know, I don't know have y'all ever heard of King George and Sugar Shack, you know, Nelson Curry, but those are the people we roll with, you know, when we be out doing concerts and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Calvin Richardson and Lenny Williams, you know.
stick to being yourself, just like Robbie mentioned before. You guys, you seem to really understand that and hone that in and know who you are. So keep pushing forward.
Very
Sounds
cool.
awesome.
Well, we got to get Keith in there because I know Keith want to say a thing or two to Wilkie. What do you got to say, Brother Keith?
Well, I'm more on a production, right? So you produce musically, you produce this song?
I played all the instruments on that song. And I
okay, good. So I'm talking to the right man.
Yeah, I played the guitar, bass, the keyboards. Somebody else added some strings.
I dig the arrangements. Where I want to specifically focus on, my bass was coming from hip hop, right? And with hip hop, everything starts with like the drums is like the foundation, right? And with that, drums, hip hop, what makes drums different is that they have personality. They're not just like stock drums, like kick, snare, hi-hat. Mm-hmm. These kicks and snares and hi-hats have personalities and just sound choice. I know with a lot of musicians, they're really on like playing in a second thought to what them drum sounds are sounding like. Yes, they're hitting right, but they're the sound of the kick and the sound of the snare, the sound of the hi-hat. It should have like personality. I suggest maybe not so much stock sounds from whatever unit that you're using in terms, of generating them drums, but look into like some sample sounds, kicks and snares to give you that would help you reach a broader audience in terms of the youth. Because the song itself, and I'll digress, the song itself is there. And I think it would translate to the youth, but I think it will really bridge it if you kind of focused on giving them that kick and that snare that has personality that they can feel. And I'll fall back on that.
Oh, okay, bro. I can feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that.
But what we have to do right now is we have to come from Augusta, Georgia to Cleveland, Ohio. This is JustMic. Dude, by way of Tennessee, though, I understand is your backstory, right?
Originally, I'm from Tennessee, so then moved up here to Cleveland a few years ago and just had a whole complete lifestyle change, and this is where God has me right now. So this is where I'm at, Cleveland.
Well, tell us a little bit about the song "Holy Roller."
Holy Roller. My dude, Two Turn Tito, he gave me that beat, and I just hear a lot of people and family members questioning Christianity and so I just wanted to make something bold and just let people know, hey, I'm a holy roller. I'm a Christian. I'm not gonna deny it. The Father in the driver's seat. So that's and then I just in the verses I just try to talk about redemption a whole lot, redemption, and just the lifestyle I used to live to where Christ has me now. So that's where
Well, we like the beat. I would hope you would give us a permission to play it for our audience. Will you do that?
Yeah, please do. Please do. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I won't deny it. I'm a Christian rider. Won't you come and pray with me? Got the Father with me in the driver's seat. While I'm riding shotgun, feel me G.
2 turn, Tito.
Let's go. I see the cross on the light poles as I roll. Reminding me that the Father never let me go. I do dirt, so now my soul hurt, I can't fold. I need salvation with obedience, that's how it goes. Reading script after script, needing Yah's grace. In the book filled with crooks, feeling out of place. I'm a cook in the fire, I need repentance, man. Looking to the heaven, Lord, could you please? See me on my knees, don't let the spirit flee. Stay with me. Live inside of me and teach me the obedience. Tearing out my flesh, new life and nothing less. Feeling blessed when you test, will I pass? Yes. It It's your guidance that gon' get me through the conquest. For your glory, I'ma speak up, give it all my best. When I slip, Lord, I'm reaching for your hand. It's my sins I carry, call it contraband. That's why I'm staying kingdom-minded, warm promised land. Putting treasures in the heaven, feeling 100 grand. When the waters get choppy, I'm walking through the sand. Praying for the Father, carry me to promised land. Holy roller, Bible open, keep the devil on notice that the Father in the driver's seat. Where you at? Right beside him, Holy Ghost in here with purpose, with the focus, cause his spirit all in me. I won't deny that I'm a Christian bride. Won't you come and pray with me? Got the Father with me in the driver's seat. Where you at? Shotgun. Let's go. I be riding, I be slipping, then I'm back again. Your forgiveness is example how you love man. Your perfection is the proof for the last man. How you sacrifice and put it all in your hands. That's why I'm trusting how you driving this old caravan. I'm a member, I'm a follower, just call me servant. In your word I found love, but I'm not deserving. I be flawed, I be wretched, and you still here. Through the darkness you shine like you never disappear. Scream it out to heaven and you tell me stand still. I was moving too fast till you grabbed the wheel. Looking back at the past, glad you brought me here. Holy roller, Bible open, keep the devil on notice that the Father in the driver's seat. Where you at? Right beside him, Holy Ghost in here for purpose, with the focus, cause his spirit all in me. I won't deny that I'm a Christian bride. Won't you come and pray with me? Got the Father with me in the driver's seat. While I'm riding shotgun. It's my sins I carry, call it contraband. That's why I'm staying kingdom-minded, promised land. In the book filled with crooks, filling out of place. I'm a cook in the fire, I need repentance, man.
So that's Holy Roller. This is JustMic from Cleveland, Ohio. What do you think, Robbie?
I thought it was on point, definitely. I love the beat, I love the message. Definitely on point.
Excellent. Would you agree with that, Sly?
I would agree. I would definitely agree with that. It was pretty good. I liked what I was hearing.
Excellent. Mr. Clizark, sir, how do you feel about JustMic?
Man, I didn't like it. I loved it.
Excellent. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go deeper. Robbie, what do you got to say about Holy Roller?
Yeah, JustMic. I mean, like I said, everything was all in sync. Everything was pocket. I love the message, definitely, as a Christian myself. So I got one question. So what would you say is some of your inspiration?
My inspiration, I mean, of course, with my background, I got to give it to the pioneers and OGs against the rap. I can't leave out UGK, 8-Ball, MJG, but, you know, as a Christian, you know, Eshawn Burgundy, Bizzle, Seven, and then just, you know, my relationship with God, my relationship where Christ has brought me as a man, as a kingdom man, is always the first thing that comes first. But music wise, you know, I try to tap into what I grew up on, and, you know, Christian rap has a title of being corny, and, you know, ain't nothing corny about God to me. So I try to just be authentic who I am and bring my past into where God has brought me now. You feel me?
Sounds good. I'm loving it.
Very, very cool. Sly, get your shovel out. Let's go deep with JustMic.
Yeah, so I've been and I've worked with some CHH artists before, so I'm familiar with the space quite a bit actually. Well, you answered his question on your inspirations. How long have you been in CHH? Let me ask that.
I'm gonna give you the honest answer. The Lord pushed me. I denied and only been in it for a year now. A year. It's going on about a year and 4 months now. So yeah, and I denied it for about a good 2 years, and then it's just remarkable how all of this is unfolding. It's divine, straight up.
I got you. Never let anybody tell you that your testimony is not enough, because you have a great story. Keep going that way. I can tell that you just entered the space. I definitely can. In the space of Christian hip hop. But I think you have an instrument in your voice. And I think that you will find that pocket soon. I can tell that as well. You'll find that pocket soon. So keep pushing and you'll find your way of where you'll impact people, because to your point, sometimes people do say it's corny, but people say that when they haven't listened.
Right.
You can tell when people are not listeners of the space when they say that straight off the top, because they're at this point in the game, there's plenty of different types of rappers when it comes to Christian hip hop. So they even say it's grown so much.
Yeah.
So it's harder to say it's corny now, but I push you to keep going, because your instrument, your voice is an instrument in itself. You can hear, and you'll find that niche, and you'll get to where you need to be, especially inside your smaller market when it comes to target audience, when it comes to Christian hip hop. There's smaller sectors for you to focus on as well.
Very, very cool. Appreciate that insight. And Keith, multi-platinum on the hip hop tip. You know this zone very, very well. What do you have to say to JustMic?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell, me personally, that he's just gotten into this, you say space, I guess it's the Christian space, but in terms of hip hop, he sounds like someone who's been doing it for a minute. And like I said earlier, I appreciate not using auto-tunes, and your voice is dope, and it's like an instrument, and I would start using it as such, right?
Yeah.
And I like the redemption. I like the redemption thing. Sometimes you got to embrace all the bad stuff the same way you embrace the good stuff, because they're all necessary to get you to the next level.
Yes, sir.
And I like that concept. And just one more thing before I digress. It's like there's good music and there's bad music. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they pigeonhole themselves and say Christian rap, this type of rap. I say it's just good music. It's art. It's art. It's like you don't see Da Vinci or Michelangelo saying, I'm this type of an abstract painter, or you don't see that. They're artists.
Right.
And it's either good art or bad art. It's all subjective, but just making good music. I get the theme, but personally, once you lock yourself into something, you kind of hold yourself from, alienate other people who would probably really be into your music.
Man, that's really, really good.
Yeah,
Really,
that's
really
real.
good. Man, JustMic, you've heard what the panelists have had to say. Do you have any questions or pushback of your own, sir?
I just want to ask Sly, when you said earlier, I sound like I'm new to the space. What did you mean by that? What did you mean? I mean, good or bad? I'm just curious. Like, what did you mean?
Yeah, the reason why I said that is because you said that people say it's corny, and there's so many genres inside of, and also to Keith's point, putting yourself in a, just kind of not pigeonholing yourself, but also understanding you do have some sort of audience for a CHH, kind of space.
Yeah.
But because when people say that lets me know that they haven't been in the space long, just based off your comment.
I got you.
Because there's so many Christian rappers out there nowadays.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to say that. But if you're in the space, that to Keith's point, a lot of them are not pigeonholing themselves anymore.
Right.
I'm just making my art, and it may have Christ in it.
Right.
You're hearing my true heart in the art.
I understand.
So I definitely agree with Keith on that.
Yeah, I agree with you also, Keith, and I just want to say thank y'all, and I definitely appreciate the constructive criticism, and I'm definitely going to take it and run with it for what it's worth, and thank y'all.
So we got to bring Wilkie back into the conversation. I know you're both busy artists, but Wilkie, what you got coming up on your front burner, man?
Oh, we got a few shows here coming up. We're gonna be doing and trying to eat. So that's it.
I know that's right. We're all out here trying to make a sandwich. What you got going on, JustMic?
Yeah, got some shows coming up and here recently, and just working on I'm part of a prison ministry, so just holding that down, doing my part as far as with the ministry, and just wherever doors open up, just try to be there. Also, my album should be coming out here real soon. my album should be coming out this year. So, just be on the lookout for my album. Yeah.
Definitely. We're going to look out for it. Let's bring the panelists back in. They're busy people too. Robbie, what's on your front burner, brother?
Well, we got some tour dates coming up and definitely got some new releases this summer. So got to be pretty busy.
Excellent. Excellent. Sly Roque, what's happening with you?
Well, I have more open for brand therapy sessions, of course. And then also just a few events that our team has coming up. We are working on a music tech app called Pop Mantra, and we have some big things coming up in Austin, and we're taking some things on tour.
Excellent.
So be on the lookout.
Excellent. We will, definitely. Keith Clizark, you got a bunch of things going on. Tell us one or two of them, bro.
Okay, well, I have product coming out soon for producers, sounds, kicks, and snares, and whatnot to enhance your production, take it to the next level. Look out for it. One is called Soul Surgery, Soul Music Sample Pack. And I got a boom bap bundle off the chart in terms of kicks and snares, fat vinyl sounds, And I have another one called Hip Hop Chop Shop. All three are coming out soon together. So look out for that. You can find it at Big Fish Audio. The company is Team Mash and Sound Design. That and much, much more coming soon.
That's so very, very cool. Well, I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. You've made this episode very, very special. Thank you, one and all. And we'll be talking soon. But that's going to do it for this round of Artist Impact. Thanks again to our Impact panel, Robbie Cunningham, Sly Roque, Keith Clizark, and a very special thank to our artists, Roque and Pam, Bowman Hill and JustMic. Make sure that you go out and support them. If they're playing in your area, go out to a show, buy their merch, buy their music, and if you are an artist and you have an original performance music video, send it to artistimpact.armstrong@gmail.com, and let's see if we can make an impact on your career. I'm your host, Jere B. We'll see you next time. Peace and blessings. Much love.